Okay guys, I put the overheads back into XY so we could cut down on the phase issues. And now we're going to incorporate the close mic. So I have three SM57s. I have a Shure drum mic package. Comes with three SM57s and a Beta 52 kick drum, which is a very good kick drum mic. $100 mics. We're using the clips, and if you want to get a little closer right here on the snare, the way I mic this up is, as you can see, the more narrow you have it pointed to the center, I think the more closed off sound you get. And then when you kind of tilt it up and make it kind of look across the snare, you'll get more of an open sound. So all you need to do with these is experiment with the angle, record with one angle, listen to it, record with another angle, listen to it, pick which one you like. Make sure your drums are all tuned up to start with. Make sure you have a good kit, and it's really not that hard to get a good sound if you have a good kit, they're tuned, you got a good drummer, and you use these mic techniques. You do the same thing with the toms. We just pointed at the center. We have these little like gel things. I've strapped toilet paper on there before, just to kind of keep the resonance from going crazy. Same thing with the floor tom. So we just experimented with the angles, and we got the sound we liked. And then we ran into a couple of issues with the drum mic. I used this Beta 52 to start with, and we got a decent sound, but I wanted like a super blend between a clicky sound and the bass sound. And so I did different positions with this mic. What you need to do, I'll just show you how to mic this real fast. I just kind of had it in there like that. And then you can experiment with it straight on. You can experiment it angled up at the back, like sides of the rim on the other side. You can angle it up right at the batter, where the batter hits the pedal, hits the batter head. And just move the mics around. That's all you're doing. There's no rules. Just move the mics around. It's going to be different for every kit until you find that sound you want. Don't settle. Just keep moving the mics around. We moved it a couple positions with this guy. This is a great mic, but I just wanted a different sound. So we used the drummer Kyle that you've been watching. He has it's an Audix D6, Audix D6, and he has an internal miking system. It's like suspended inside this kit, and I'll put a link and a picture within the video here. It's only $50, and it literally suspends it in the kick, and you put the mic in there, and I'll show you what we're talking about with the pictures. And the Audix is like right by the batter head, and it gets a good blend with the low end and the click, and so it gives a really good tight sound. And it's affordable, $50 mics for a little suspension kit. I love it. I have Kyle bring that over every time. And that's it. So we have the overhead mics and the close mics, and we moved the mics around until we got the sound we want. We didn't settle. And it's never always perfect. It's not always perfect, but we try to at least give yourself 2 to 3 options and then roll with it. Again, we're in a home studio, and we're making the best of what we got in the space and the sound, and I'm sure a lot of you are doing the same thing. So let's record a take of that, and we'll show you what that sounds like blended in with the overheads. Okay, I wanted to talk to you about room mics. I don't have a big room. This is just a half. I split a 1-car garage down the middle, and so I don't really use a lot of room mics after the overheads and stuff because I'm limited with space. I'm sure a lot of you are too. But all I'm using for overheads is Audio-Technica 2020s. They're $100 mics, and they sound amazing. You can use them on drum overheads. I've used them on acoustics, on vocals. But if you wanted to incorporate room mics, and you had the room, all you would need to do, you could use one room mic, and you could just set it off a distance away, and move that around your room and test out different positions until you find a position you like. There's no really rules to that. If you used two mics, like you have overheads, but you wanted to put them as room mics, I've seen them just spread out in the room like a space pair like we do the overheads, and make sure they're the same distance away from the snare. Each mic is the same distance away from the snare, just like the overheads, because you want to work on phase on those room mics. And just experiment, move them around, move them in the back two corners of your room, or maybe bring them in off the wall. Experiment. Every room's going to be different. You're all going to have different kinds of acoustic treatment. It depends on where you are. So experiment with room mics. You would just kind of blend them in the mix, and add some little bit of ambience. The thing with room mics in the mix is you don't want to go crazy with it unless you're going for a crazy room effect. But if you're just trying to get a little bit of ambience, blend them in to where if you took them out, you wouldn't notice a crazy difference, but something would be missing, and then when you pop it back in, it kind of puts some air in the room. So just wanted to talk to you real quick about room mics. We're going to stop here because literally I have no other space to mic this up unless I put it, and I could experiment, I could put it back in my control room and see what it sounded like through the doorway here and in the wall, but we're going to stop there. We got a good drum sound and one you could work with in a song, and you could be proud of it. So thanks for watching, and I hope you learned something. If, like always, email me if you have any questions, and then we'll rock and roll, guys. Thanks.